She's going to be placing a round cutting line vertically through the internal shape and also working off the base of the head, meaning she's working a very fluid and round shape horizontally also. Rachel's going to be working in vertical sections, starting from the section behind the ear above the disconnected panel on the bottom. She's going to be working a square shape, working vertically through the top of this zone. To keep things consistent on the horizontal axes, working through the side panels, Rachel is also going to be working round and fluid on the horizontal shape through the back of the head. This will work very evenly and consistently with the side areas as she links them up. What she's going to do is bring a little bit of the previous section into section number 2, where she now has a guide and she can cut through that square shape. Every section now will be cut off the base on the vertical axes, and a little bit of the previous will be brought into it. So Rachel's now starting to go through side number 2, where again she's just cross-checked the side panel on side number 2 to make sure that it is that rounded shape. She's then going to work her first section behind the ear area and then start cutting through that square line at the back of the head. Once those internal zones have been checked through visually and picked out and manipulated, we're now going to get the client to stand up so we can approach the bottom length of the haircut. Rachel's going to be working with the feather razor through the back length, which will allow her to be able to work through the length, creating a solid outline, but also working with maximum softness and texture through the ends of the hair to again enhance the movement within the curly hair. The length on the fringe for the client was actually at a great length, and the client doesn't want to go too much shorter, so Rachel's going to be working with the length on the fringe as her reference. She's going to be starting to work horizontal panels back from behind the fringe and tying in that shorter internal layer to the fringe length where the curly hair will sit on top, bringing that weight through. Rachel's starting in the center of the head, working with a rounded shape where you can see the hair has been pulled out perpendicular from the head shape. And again, she's working with a slight disconnection where she's not cutting to the length of the fringe, but slightly over that initial guide. Again, we can see that in play where Rachel allows the initial length of the fringe to drop out the fingers, giving her that reference to go slightly longer than the initial guideline at the front. What you'll notice is that Rachel's body position is following each and every section around the head shape to create that pivot zone. Remember, she is cutting vertically on that rounded axis, but she's also working out from the base of the head, working with no over direction, meaning her body is in control of the horizontal shape, which is why she's following the head shape round with small pivots, steps with her feet, each and every section that she creates. You can see that she's now going to start expanding the shape with the cream and with the styling, prepping the hair and allowing the hair to sit in the way that she wants it to be styled before she even goes in with the diffuser. With the diffuser, she's got it on a medium heat and a medium speed, allowing her to have lots of control with this drying process and have the hair dryer quite close to the scalp without burning the client at any stage of the diffusing. Rachel's going to start personalizing through the front area of the haircut, where she's bringing the disconnected panel at the back forward, working with over direction and cutting from the shortest point where the hair is shorter through the face. This is going to act as a guide, and she's then going to work from shorter into longer, not necessarily creating a straight line, but just something that's more broken up and allows there to be more of a connection visually between the back and the front. Rachel's just going to then enhance the last bit of styling with a little bit of shine spray, which is just going to add a little bit more moisture and shine to the finished look of this haircut. As we can see, we have a very beautiful, soft, round internal shape, which really highlights the curls and brings that shape out. With that disconnected panel running through the bottom of the nape, we have a very cool and individual look for a very quirky client. We can see that the choice of length through the front and the side panels is imperative to getting the disconnection right with the movement into the nape area. Any shorter through that internal length, it may look a little bit off balance. Thanks for watching this hair cutting tutorial, guys. We hope that you enjoyed watching this creative curly look done by educator Rachel D. We'll see you on the next one.